Out now the starters for the first race, moving in behind the gate. Starting gate is moving and approaching the top of the stretch. 5 at the gate. There's Jags Lady and Steve Mahar. Misty Owl Breeze, Sean Shannon. Blythe's Last with Tim Mercetti. West Branch Cindy, Steve Mason. Seattle Secret and Jill Barrio. Here they come. They're off in West Branch Cindy. Rushing for grabs the top then. On the inside, racing is second. It is Blythe's Last. Swinging into the turn, West Branch Cindy is moved out now by 3. Blythe's Last is racing is second. Driving on to third goes Seattle Secret as they race on up the backstretch on to the quarter. Then Jags Lady racing fourth, and Misty Owl Breeze trailing fifth. On to the quarter pole now, and the leader is West Branch Cindy. Leads by 2.5, and she takes them by the opening quarter. 32 seconds. They drive into the top turn. West Branch Cindy 2.5. Then Blythe's Last sitting as second. Seattle Secret racing a third. Out to move now from fourth comes Jags Lady and James E.B. trailing fifth. As they swing on by the 3/8 pole, they're off the turn. Through the stretch now, and here they come, racing on to the half, and West Branch Cindy showing the way. Blythe's Last sitting a second. Up on the outside, Jags Lady is now third. At the rail, Seattle Secret fourth. James E.P. is fifth at half. 104, and it is West Branch Cindy in command, leading now by 3. West Branch Cindy now by 2, then driving on second, Blythe's Last. Up on the outside, challenging third and strong. Jags Lady goes on, is now second, and goes swinging for the lead. And taking her cover fourth is Seattle Secret, and far back James E.B. West Branch Cindy, the leader by a length as they go by the 3/4 pole, 135. Out of the top turn, West Branch Cindy off stride, Jags Lady. And Blythe's Last now back to second. Seattle Secret moves to third. They come on by the 7/8 pole. Here they are heading home. It is West Branch Cindy. Up strong on the outside, Blythe's Last comes on strong, bidding for the top, and Seattle Secret is rolled off stride. It is West Branch Cindy going to go coast to coast, then Blythe's Last, Seattle Secret, Jags Lady, James E.B. The time for the mile, 2:06. Now the starters for the second race, moving in behind the starting gate. The gate is moving and approaching the top of the stretch, 8 in the gate. Trinity Boisjoli with Doug Falcons Jr. I'd have named her different and Gord Hennessy. Woodmere Duster, Doug Falcons. Maple Cookie with Louis Belleville. Lip Sync and Steve Mahar. Princetown Judy, Brian Moore. Rebel Renegade, Lonnie Stokes. Grandiose, Jill Barrio. Here they come. They're off in Princetown Judy, quick off the gate. She paces to the top and along the rail. Racing on second is Trinity Boisjoli. He moves to the top. Trinity Boisjoli, Princetown Judy outside hanging second. I'd have named her different. Up along the inside is racing a third. Princetown Judy outside is going on. Winging for the top and taking her cover. Grandiose, and now Princetown Judy gets a nose in front. She's the leader out by a length now, and takes him by the opening quarter. 29-3. Princetown Judy, Trinity Boisjoli. I'd have named her different, racing third. Grandiose is parked, racing on fourth, now going on. Then Woodmere Duster up on the outside, Lip Sync. Then it's a Maple Cookie. And the trailer now, Rebel Renegade, and through the stretch, here they come. They're racing on to the half and pacing on top. It is Princetown Judy. Up on the outside park, Grandiose is now showing seconds. He's at the leader's wheel. And Princetown Judy takes him by the half a minute and 4/5. Into the turn, driving out of the 5/8, Princetown Judy. Grandiose hanging a second. Trinity Boisjoli is third. On the outside, Lip Sync racing a fourth. They're by the 5/8. Then it's I'd have named her different. They're battling nose to nose for the top. Inside, Princetown Judy. Outside, Grandiose. Nose to nose as they drive on to the 3/4 pole. And they're by that marker now. 1:31 and 1. Top turn. On the outside, Grandiose moves to the top on the outside, 3 parts of a length. Princetown Judy racing second. Trinity Bois-Jolie is third. Lipstick fourth. The Night and Aimed are different. They're swinging for home, and it is Grandiose being parked, but still hanging with the lead. Princetown Judy coming on again outside. Trinity Bois-Jolie coming on, closing fast to the top. Trinity Bois-Jolie too tight for call for place between Grandiose and Princetown Judy. Then Lipstick. Time for the mile, 2:02. Now all the starters for the third. Moving in behind the gate. Gate is moving and approaching the top of the stretch. We have 8 at the gate. There's Lone Water GW and Mark Collett. Sand by Appeal, Louis Bellevaux. Gaelic Mystic and Steve Mahar. Broadway Standout, Ricky Collins. Cook and Dream, Charlie Price. Cross Creek Mac and Charlie Miles. Cocan for you with Eunice Gannett and PJ's Wager Court, Hennessy, and here they come. They're off Broadway Standout. Quick off the gate. He is the leader. Sand by Appeal racing second. Cocan Dream. Rushing up on the outside, drives on third. Lone Water GW is a fourth at the rail. Gaelic Misty racing a fifth. And up on the outside, that's Cocan Dream. Charging to the front is the leader now. Up the backstretch, Cocan Dream clears to the front. Then Broadway Standout racing second. Sand by Appeal is showing a third. Lone Water GW. Gaelic Mystic, Cross Creek Mac. Cocan for you, and the trailer is Pete J's Wager. Up by that opening quarter. In 30 seconds flat, driving into the top turn, the leader Cocan Dream leads a length and a half. Broadway Standout racing second. Sand by Appeal has third. Then we go to Lone Water GW, Gaelic Mystic, then Cross Creek Mac. Cocan for you, trailing but moving, is PJ's Wager. Through the stretch, they come driving onto the half, and the leader Cocan Dream, he's well in hand, leads by 2. Broadway Standout second, Sand by Appeal is third. By that half of a minute. At 4/5 into the turn, they drive now to the 5/8 pole, and Cocan Dream remains in command, leads by 2.5 now. The Broadway Standout. Off the rail, the challenge from third goes Sand by Appeal and Lone Water GW. Gaelic Mystic then, Cross Creek Mac, Cocan for you, PJ's Wager. Onto the 3/4 pole. It is Cocan Dream still but 2.5. Still the leader, and up on the outside, challenging strong second. Sand by Appeal, 3/4, 1:31. Around the top turn, Cocan Dream leading now by half a length. Sand by Appeal, strong on the outside, driving second. Heading home, Cocan Dream, Sand by Appeal, strong, comes to the top. Sand by Appeal, Cocan Dream, Broadway Standout, and coming to the line, it is Sand by Appeal, Cocan Dream, Broadway Standout. Lone Water GW, Cross Creek Mac, Gaelic Mystic, then Cocan for you, PJ's Wager. Time for the mile, 2:1 3.
Starters for the 4th race at the gate. Gate is in motion now with a field of 8 as they approach top of the stretch. Daily Odds with Doug Falcons. Crafty Jewel, Alan Jones. Deanie First, Lonnie Stokes. Precious Rocket, Jill Berriot. Drop Down, Steve Mason. Ronda's Night, Steve Mahar. Glengyle Tucker with Mike Downey. Grace Desollier with Charlie Price. 8 starters, 4th race, and here they come. They're off and pacing, and from post 3, Deanie First. Going for the early lead. Up on the inside is Crafty Jewel as they race into the first turn. And Deanie First, your leader. Crafty Jewel now racing second. Drop Down settles in, racing now third. Glengyle Tucker gets to the rail. He's away 4th, and it is Daily Odds. Precious Rocket on the outside, and it is on the rail Ronda's Night. Your early trailer, Grace Desollier, as they race to the opening quarter. And up front by a length and a half, it is Deanie First. Racing in second, Crafty Jewel. Drop Down is a close third. That opening quarter, 30 seconds flat. Then Glengyle Tucker is back in 4th. Precious Rocket still outside, makes his way 5th on the outside. Then Daily Odds is 6th. Then back in 7th is Ronda's Night, and looking at them from the back is Grace Desollier, but she's out and moving as they tip off the turn and through the stretch. Here they come, racing to the half, and up front it is Deanie First leading. Crafty Jewel on the outside now second. Up the inside, drop down is right there third. Then Glengyle Tucker, Precious Rocket, Daily Odds. Then Ronda's Knight and trailing Grace Desollier. That opening half in 101 and 2 as they race into the turn and drive to the 5/8. And Dini first, still leading. Drop down, now second. Crafty Jewel on the outside, third. Glengyle Tucker's racing fourth, and Daily Odds on the outside going on from fifth. Then it's Precious Rocket. On the inside is Ronda's Knight and trailing Grace Desollier. Three-quarter marker for Dini first. She's still leading. 3/4, 1:31 and 1. Dini first, Crafty Jewel. On the outside now at her wheel and driving hard second. Drop down is third. Daily Odds a closer fourth now. Then Glengyle Tucker fifth. Precious Rocket, Ronda's Knight, Grace Desollier off the turn for home. And Crafty Jewel comes pacing to the top. Crafty Jewel, and on the outside here comes Daily Odds with a late rush. In deep stretch, it's Crafty Jewel. She will win race 4. Daily Odds for second. Drop down third. Then Dini first. Glengyle Tucker, Precious Rocket, Ronda's Knight, Grace Desollier. And the time for the mile, 2:03.
Now the starters for the 5th race moving in behind the starting gate, and the gate is moving. Approaching top of the stretch with a field of 6. The Sharpay Charlie with Don Bishop, Sonny Ridgecrest, and Lolly Stokes. Cocan Royce with Ulysses Gallant. Come By It Easy and Jill Barrio. Yaz with Doug Falcons. Stan Peter Fern and Steve Mahar, and here they come. They're off, and Yaz takes him out of there. He is the leader, moving to the rail already. Then up along the inside, Sharpay Charlie. Racing second, Stampede Fern outside, now to second. Sharpay Charlie is a third. Swinging around the 8th pole, it is Yaz pacing out on top, and Stampede Fern settles second along the rail. Sharpay Charlie racing a third. Then Sonny Ridgecrest is fourth. Then we go to Cocan Royce and Come By It Easy trailing the field. And Yaz is the leader, and he takes it by the opening quarter. 30 and 4/5. They drive into the top turn. Yaz is cutting it out. Leads a length of the quarter. Then Stampede Fern sitting pretty his second. Sharpay Charlie is a third. Come By It Easy up strong now on the outside. Driving on to fourth. That is Sonny Ridgecrest and Cocan Royce trailing the field. Through the stretch, they come to the half, and Yaz is your leader. On top, I'll like Stampede Fern is second. Come By It Easy comes up to third. Half 102 and 4. They're into the turn now for the 5/8. Yaz shows the way. Leads a length. Stampede Fern racing is second on the outside. Come By It Easy inching up. He is now second, going after the leader, and he's rough though. Moving to the outside and still holding second is on the outside, and back to second is Come By It Easy. Stampede Fern is third. Cocan Royce drives fourth. Yes, the leader by the 3/4 pole, 1:33 and 2. Top turn, yes, by a 2.5. Come By It Easy racing second. Cocan Royce is third. Stampede Fern fourth. Then Sonny Ridgecrest and Sharpay Charlie. They are swinging home, and it is all Yaz. He's leading now by about 4. Yaz is going to go coast to coast to get this one, and he does. At the line, it's Yaz. Then Come By It Easy, Cocan Royce, Stampede Fern, Sharpay Charlie, and Sonny Ridgecrest. Time for the mile, 2:04. Once again, starters for the 6th behind the gate and approaching top of the stretch. Grammar Girl, Jill Barrio. Tails Mayflower, Steve Mahar, Shalimar Sentinel, Tony Watson. Scorpion, Dirk Duncan. Steal a Dream with Jimmy Smith. Berto, BG, Lottie Stokes. Mike the Quack Misty, Mark Collett, and J.K. Dropoff, Terry Quinnell, and here they come. They're off. Scorpio rushing for, and he grabs the top on the far outside. Up along the inside, though. Grammar Girl holding it. Out of the turn, Grammar Girl and Scorpion. And Scorpio clears to the front by a length now. Scorpion and Grammar Girl sitting as second. Shalimar Sentinel racing third. Steal a Dream is fourth. Then J.L. Mayflower. Then we go to Berto BG, Mac, the Quack Misty, J.K. drop-off trailing the field. And up front now with the lead, it is Grammar Girl. And she takes him by the quarter. 28-4. Grammar Girl, the leader, a length. Scorpy sitting pretty, has the 2-hole. Shalimar Sentinel is racing third, then a gap of 3 lengths back to Steal a Dream fourth. Then JL's Mayflower is fifth. Berto BG, Mac to Quack Misty up on the outside moving. JK drop off. Now they're working through the stretch, driving out of the half, and Grammar Girl shows the way. Scorpy second, then Shalimar Sentinel up on the outside. Now comes JL's Mayflower and Grammar Girl. The leader by the half, 1 minute flat. They drive into the turn for the 5/8. Grammar Girl showing the way and getting the perfect trip is Scorpy. He is sitting second. Shalimar Sentinel third. And JL's Mayflower. They're by the 5/8 now. On up the backstretch, racing for the 3/4. Grammar Girl holding her lead. Scorpy sitting second. We go back 6 lengths to Shalimar Sentinel racing third, and Grammar Girl is stepping out a bit. She was by the 3/4 pole. 129-1. Top turn, Grammar Girl. A length and a half. Scorpy staying with her. He is a second. Then we go back 10 lengths to Shalimar Sentinel, and Grammar Girl running away with this one. Leads now but 2.5, and Scorpy holding for second. Back to Shalimar Sentinel is third, then Berto PG, JL's Mayflower, Steal a Dream. Coming to the line, it is all Grammar Girl winning this one, and then Scorpy gets second. Shalimar Sentinel, Berto BG, JL's Mayflower, Mac to Quack Misty, Steal a Dream, and JK drop off. Time for that mile, 2 minutes and 2. Now the starters for the 7th race, moving in behind the gate, starting gate, approaching the top of the stretch with a field of 7. There's Shuffle the Decks and Charlie Price, Dr. Steele with Mike Downey, P.R. MacGyver and Todd Trites, Ginger Money, Tim Mercetti, Go Liz Go with Gord Hennessy, No Ordinary Ava with Al Jones, and Cover Up R.A. with Bill Nicholson. Here they come. They're off Shuffle the Decks, P.R. MacGyver outside, Shuffle the Decks up along the inside. Pacing to the top, they're battling for the lead into the turn. Shuffle the Decks and up on the outside, P.R. MacGyver going for it, takes it now. By the 8th, it's P.R. MacGyver, Shuffle the Decks racing a second. And back we go to 5 lengths to Dr. Steele. Shuffle the Decks is parking P.R. MacGyver as they drive on to the quarter. And they're by that marker now, and Shuffle the Decks moves to the top. 28-4 by that opening quarter. Shuffle the Decks, P.R. MacGyver is now tucked in behind the leader, sitting pretty second. Dr. Steele is the third. No Ordinary Ava racing fourth. Go Liz Go, Ginger Money, and Cover Up R.A. and they swing through the stretch. Coming on to the half, and Shuffle the Decks is pacing out on top. Strong on the outside, driving on is No Ordinary Ava, not a second, and they go by the half. It is Shuffle the Decks, and now No Ordinary Ava. They're by that half in 1 minute flat. Into the turn, they drive on to the 5/8. No Ordinary Ava with the lead. She's on the outside. Shuffle the Decks on the inside, racing second. Dr. Steele outside is third. P.R. MacGyver is fourth. On to the 3/4. No Ordinary Ava moving out now, 2.5. Shuffle the Decks second. Dr. Steele on to second now. No Ordinary Ava by the 3/4, 130 and 2/5, and closing strong second. Dr. Steele. Up on the outside, Go Liz Go now to third. Shuffle the Decks is fourth. P.R. MacGyver racing fifth. Heading home, No Ordinary Ava. Dr. Steele is second. Go Liz Go a strong third coming on. No Ordinary Ava holding Dr. Steele. It is No Ordinary Ava to win it. Dr. Steele gets second. Go Liz Go, P.R. MacGyver, Shuffle the Decks, Cover Up R.A., Ginger Money. Time for the mile, 2.
Starters for the 8th race at the gate. Gate is moving, all set for race 8. A field of 8, approaching top of the stretch. From the rail out, we have Aaron Islands, Bob Kraft, Familiar Face, Alan Jones. Al Capone with Gordy Hennessy, Star Trek, Steve Mahar. H.F. Williams Pride, Brian Moore, Dusty Lane, J.D., Gilles Burial. Mr. Blue with Doug Falkins leaving outside. is Back Road Pride with Todd Trites. Field of 8, race 8. Here they come. They're off and pacing, and from the middle of the racetrack, that's Al Capone, and on the outside of him, Star Trek. Going forward as well as they dip into the first turn, and your leader now, Al Capone with Star Trek. Settling in, he is now second. Third is Mr. Blue. He'll find the hole in third. Racing fourth now is Aaron Islands, and its familiar face, H.F. Williams Pride, Dusty Lane J.D. going on. And your trailer, Back Road Pride, to the opening quarter, and up front, Al Capone, a length and a half lead. Star Trek, uptight, racing in second. Mr. Blue back 3 lengths in third. That opening quarter, 29 seconds flat. Then back fourth is Aaron Islands, familiar face. Racing in fifth, and Dusty Lane J.D., H.F. Williams Pride, and looking at them from the back of the pack is Back Road Pride as H.F. Williams Pride goes off stride in seventh, and now Back Road Pride gets around him. He is now seventh. H.F. Williams Pride trails to the opening half. And your leader, Al Capone, Gordy Hennessy, has him by the half. Star Trek second. Familiar face out and driving third. That opening half in 1 minute and 1/5, and on the inside is Mr. Blue, Aaron Island, shuffle back to fifth. Then Dusty Lane J.D. inside sixth. Then Back Road Pride, and trailing is H.F. Williams Pride. He's off stride again as they race on to the 3/4. Al Capone leading still by a length and a half. There goes Star Trek out from second for the drive as they race by the 3/4. Al Capone, Star Trek, they race neck and neck to 3/4. In 1, 29 and 3, neck and neck for the top. Al Capone, Star Trek, giving chase hard on the outside. Right there, third is Mr. Blue, familiar face. Joins the fray. He is now fourth. Aaron Islands fifth. Down the stretch, and it's Star Trek on the outside to the top. Familiar face on the outside coming on. Familiar face trying to mow them down here. Star Trek, too tight to call at the line. Maybe familiar face. Then Star Trek, Mr. Blue, Al Capone, then it was Aaron Islands, Dusty Lane J.D., Back Road Pride, and H.F. Williams Pride. The time for the mile.